Hello everyone, this is Ella Raspi. So today I will be talking about chapter 3. So chapter 3 mainly discuss the 7 approach of being a good leader, and for now we will only cover 5 of them, and the other 2 we will learn them later in the semester. So the 5 approach that can help you to be a good leader, which are the trails approach, situational approach, functional approach, primary approach, and the last thing is relational approach. So if we start talking about the trails approach means the things that leader has born with. So for example, the way that the leader look, or their race, their ethnicity. So those are the things that the leaders were born with, or the things that some people thinks if they have them they can be a good leader, which is not all the time true. And the second thing, or the second approach, it's the situational approach. And basically the situational approach and the functional approach, they are very similar, which really means the beliefs that individuals has, um, or the behaviors that depending on the situation that they are in. So for example, when the leader sometimes needs to change their behavior or their beliefs just to kind of like be in a good position with the followers. And if I think about an example, I will think about myself, because this summer I had my brother and my sister, they came to visit me here in US, and I was kind of like leading them because I was the oldest one in home. So I was kind of the leader, and I was the one who had all the power of saying like yes or no, do this, don't do that, and all those kind of stuff. And sometimes, since my brother is like 12 years old and he's young, so he can't like sometimes control the situations. So sometimes I have to like for example, I have my own beliefs, I have my own way of thinking in some situations, but since I was the leader, I was the one who has to do and deal with the situation. Sometimes I would have to rethink about it and kind of like change the way that if for example, change the way that I have to deal with the situation just to keep up with him and keep up with his age and his way of thinking. So when I read that these 2 points, like the functional approach and the situation approach, that's reminded me of him when I had to change or kind of like rethink about stuff that I already believe in, just to kind of try to be in the same page with him, since I was kind of the leader and I wanted him to follow me. So I would have to change the way that I believe in some stuff, or the way that I would deal with situations. And for the fourth approach, which is the primary approach, it's the skills that states how the leader should act and be effective leader. So sometimes leader have to act in certain type or certain way just to keep up with their followers. And the last thing, it's the relational approach, which is basically it's the relationship between the leader and the follower, where they have to be in a good communicating way, or they have to come with a good communicating point where they can communicate with each other to have a good relationship and between like the leader and the follower. to be succeed in their organization or in their company or whatever they're doing. So they have to have a good communicating skills, to have a good relational approach. And that's all for this chapter. And thank you so much.